Oh, wait, we did it?
Ooh, Charlie potato. I'm grabbing the egg.
Just wait to me.
I'll grab the egg.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the intermission portion where you get to have Dan's Retro Computer Corner again. I'm going to put the sound off on this. Oh,
Need it. You got it?
I gotta have a hand. As you can see, I'm sitting a little bit low, so you can still see the screen. Thank you for all the donations so far. We are now at, was it 1,281.91 total raised, and that's U.S. funds. So that is awesome. Thank you, guys. We'll hope we get a bunch more this still. We got another couple of hours with the D&D game, and then we go into the Minecraft game. I have brought a few of the old computer games out. So if any of you remember StarCraft, we not only have the first, second, and all the wonderful ones, but one of my favorites of the old sets is a long time ago. There was a game before SimCity. There was SimCity Graphics, where you got to design your own terrain and everything to it. This was the basic level set to the SimCities. Then, of course, I have the entire Sim box, you know. So I thought while Josiah's taking his couple-minute break, I was telling you about the Amiga and how 1987 this game system came out. Well, I thought I'd read you some of the manuals so you could have the retro reading corner, just to see how evolved we've become over the last 30, 40 years for how we talk about computer stuff. So, just for the fun of it, here's how the Amiga works. These are the instructions right out of this wonderful book. The Amiga 500 is a window, icon, mouse, menu, pointer type system. Who knew? In general terms, this means that you use the mouse to move a pointer, shaped like a small arrow. It's in there. Around the display screen to point to icons, i.e. small pictures. Also in the manual. That identify some item or function that you might want to select. In some cases, the selection involves a display of a menu or a list of options in brackets, from which you can choose the appropriate item. The display and selection process may also involve one or more windows. Before Windows that we know was a system, this was on the Amiga first. That's just Josiah crashing stuff in the background. So, i.e., the windows are discrete areas of the display that can accept or display information. Again, I love the descriptors in this. Like, it just really helps to understand. In working with the Amiga, you will often be using a software tool known as a workbench, which incorporates menus and windows and other Amiga items as well. Skip forward to our sophisticated color graphics system to this system. It was so sophisticated that its graphics capabilities can produce colorful, high-quality resolution screen in static or animated mode. Normal screen resolution is 320 pixel by a whopping 200. Or you can upgrade it to the 320 by 400. So Sam, what is the normal pixel resolutions for a standard anything nowadays?
I mean, this live stream for context is currently being exported at how is it, 1900 by 1600?
So,
and that is considered just HD, not FHD, UHD, or 4K that most displays run these days.
So when you're imagining what it was like for people like me a long time ago on using old systems, be thankful we had these to evolve into what you guys get to use nowadays. This is how far the technology has come. So setting up your Amiga 500. Your Amiga takes only a few minutes to put together. It gives you your main power supplies, cool instructions as to where to find everything, right down to how to plug it all in, and then your entire system interface. Step by step as the most basic manual level you can imagine. That's part of the fun of this kind of thing. Even how to hook it up to your TVs and all the little boxes I had. I'm going to try to find my mouse system again because that was another wonderful one. So a note about your mouse. The descriptions in this chapter and throughout the rest of this manual assume you're using a mouse. Believe it or not, at that point, a mouse was new. It was not a common thing. You had to use a keyboard for everything. The Amigas were one of the first systems that started to use a mouse as a extra tool on the side. So a lot of people had no idea how to use it. So there are, however, certain keys on the keyboard you can use instead of the mouse. To learn how, use or see the section in the appendix on using the Amiga without a mouse. It goes into extreme detail to explain to you how to move your mouse across the screen, how to be able to click on things, which button works to which. Things, basically, when Sam and I are talking, we take for granted nowadays because everyone knows how to use a mouse. But when these first came out, that was a new system. No one knew how to use a mouse. Now imagine going back 40 years with a phone and getting to use one of these things. You slide on your screen, unheard of back in that day. You don't even need a mouse anymore. So I think that's given Josiah his rest.
I think they're just about ready to come on back.
This is another info dump from the Retro Corner with Dan, and now we're going to do our incentives one more
I will
time.
sneak in here once again. Don't have the D&D incentives pulled up here. One second. I was briefly prepared for this, I swear.
Another retro game. You ever
Oh,
played the
yes.
original Warcraft? I have one of those too.
Alright. So before we head on back to the D&D group to see how the rest of this resolves, we'll just take a moment to remind everyone what the incentives are to try to add some extra chaos to the game and give some money for the kids and help out the BC Children's Hospital. So, first of all, we have, once again, incentive number 1 for $2 donation, help a hero, give a character a random potion. These potions can be anything from healing potions to a bunch of other things as well, including giant strength, transformation, all kinds of wild stuff. Incentive number 2, for $3, you can give super abilities. Give a character +1 to an ability of your choice. This can be any of their base stats, skills, and as has been negotiated by chat, AC and other stats as well. Donation number 3. We have, for a $5 donation, you can grant viewer inspiration or discouragement to a player of your choosing, or just leave the field blank, and you can have it inflict a random player. For incentive number 4, donation of $15, you can do Caught in the Vines. For this one, you quote a appropriate Vine or other meme reference, and it is up to the DM to interpret how that takes effect in the game. For incentive number 5, donate $15, consult the wild cards. Josiah has a very large deck of a bunch of different, playing cards that have a bunch of wild magic effects that will take effect immediately and just begin to cause chaos within the game. Incentive number 6, as we've already seen, is radioactive. For $30, you get to make Josiah drink some very, very sour candy and pop and candy all at once. On the same vein, we have, for a $50 donation, the spice must flow. You can donate, and he will have to eat a dried habanero pepper. For a $100 donation, you can make Josiah do a roll on the D10,000 table. This table has effects everything from the entire population of the nearby town turns hostile towards the players, to the north and south hemispheres of the planet now spin in opposite directions. So these can cause some very big problems. Alright. And yeah, that's about it.
One more, you'll notice behind, we have all of the Funko Pops here. All of these here, Strong Style King donated these for us for part of the fundraiser. You can buy them in store for a donation of $5 or up. They can be yours. We have a few other figurines on our other side, as well as our wonderful the character Matheson's.
Oh, McWim.
McWim
Yes.
had donated some Yu-Gi-Oh! Discs.
Dual discs.
Dual
Yu-Gi-Oh!
disc.
Dual discs.
So thank you, McWim. We have actually had both of those sold now, and all the funds have raised. I think it brought about $120 in for a donation. So that was awesome.
Yes, thank you so much for bringing those in as well. Before we head back, I will just remind everyone that after this we have Among Us. If you are interested in joining, please either you can say so in chat, send us a message. We're just running specifically the PC edition using the Better Crew Link mod. We can absolutely put out some links to that one as well. And we'd love to have as many of you as possible join. And after that, we have Minecraft, which again, viewers are free to join if you would like. It is a modified version running Create and Vulcarian Skies. I can send out the mod pack for that as well. Got lots of fun stuff up ahead. But without further ado, we should take you back to our D&D crew. My remote controller is not working, so I will have to leave you on this screen for 2 seconds, and we will get back to our D&D crew.
Back to you guys.